Hey guys, thanks for listening to the podcast this week. As usual, we are going to start off with the employment situation summary from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. I think last episode we were still reading from April, so we're going to jump right in with May this episode. And in May, the unemployment rate was 3.6% for the third month in a row, and the number of unemployed persons was essentially unchanged at 6.0 million. These measures are a little different from their values in February of 2020. Prior to coronavirus pandemic. Also, employment in professional and business services rose by 75,000 in May. Job gains occurred in accounting and bookkeeping services, computer systems design and related services, and scientific research and development services. So that is that.
It kind of sounds like we're getting back to a world of like where we were before the pandemic, which is kind of exciting, at least for the job market.
Absolutely. It's a good thing for us.
Yeah, and I mean all around in other aspects. There's more concerts and
yes, real life things.
Events. Yeah, so everyone cross your fingers that things keep going this way. Well, today's episode, we're actually going to talk about what a staffing agency is. If you're just tuning in as a new listener, Allison and I work for a staffing agency, Nice Personnel, located in Greenville, North Carolina. And today we kind of just wanted to talk about what a staffing agency is and how it could potentially benefit you in your job search, or if you are a business listening in, how we may be able to help you fill your job openings. To put it really simply,
yeah, go ahead, get us started off, Miss Staffing Coordinator.
We are here to help you fill your jobs, and we're also here to help candidates find jobs.
Can I ask the big thing I feel like everybody wants to know?
Yes.
Are we a free service?
Yes, we are free.
I think that's actually mind-blowing to a lot of people.
It's very exciting to hear too. Now, that's not to say all staffing agencies are free services.
Correct.
We, specifically, Nice Personnel, are a free service to all job seekers. So if you are currently in the Pitt County, Greenville, surrounding areas, reach out to us, and we are here really as an additional resource to help you find a job or restart your career.
Totally, such a valuable tool, I think. And I guess for people who really have no idea and are coming into this with no knowledge, how would you explain what, assuming I'm an applicant, what my relationship to you is like, but compared to your relationship to the client? How do we all benefit each other?
Well, my relationship with a job seeker or a candidate, I want to learn about you and your experience, your education, what you're looking for, and how I can essentially help you reach those career goals in a way.
Does that come from interviewing with you? That comes from you just looking at my resume?
Both.
Okay.
Again, why we touch so heavily on resume updates, that's where it all starts. We look at your resume, and that's really what's going to indicate, do I want to talk to this person and learn more about them? Since COVID, we actually have transitioned to phone interviews. We were previously doing in-person interviews, but it seems like with the way the world is moving,
numbers still going up and down. You
Yeah.
never really know. It's true.
It's just easier with phone interviews, Zoom interviews, WebEx, whatever you use. So that's how we get started, a phone interview to kind of discuss your interests and how we can help you. And upon reviewing your resume, if I have any thoughts on current positions that we have, that's also when I will discuss those positions with you to see if you're interested.
And when you're looking at my resume, you're trying to get an idea of who I am, but you're probably also keeping your client in mind, right?
Definitely.
So as you're giving me feedback personally, you're probably also maybe giving me feedback for how to like tailor that to what you think is my good fit.
Definitely. And we have a lot of different clients in different industries, so that's a really important aspect because some clients are looking for certain things to stand out on resumes, and when we do review resumes and interview people, if a specific client comes to mind, we of course want to bring as much information as we are able to the table to see if it's an environment you would be interested in. So, and also at the same time, we're thinking about all of the preferences our clients, excuse me,
No.
have mentioned to us, whether they are looking for somebody with specific education requirements or specific experience.
That is really cool. And it's,
Yeah.
again, nothing that I would have to pay you to do for me at all.
Nothing.
Love it. Free.
Free is for me.
Free is for me too.
Yes.
Everybody loves free.
Yeah. Well, just to kind of touch back on the client relations piece, we also do offer screening services for clients. Now, if you're a business or a large corporation, in addition to helping you fill your jobs, we offer pre-employment screening services, which is standard is the pre-employment background check and drug screening. However, we do have resources to conduct credit checks as well as reference checks if that's something you prefer.
And motor vehicle checks too, right?
Yeah.
We don't do those often.
Instant driving records, I think.
Okay.
So like if we're hiring for a delivery driver, that's typically when that would really come into play. We also do payrolling services. So if there's somebody that you would like to bring on board, say in a temporary capacity, we can put them on our payroll, whether it be forever
Yeah.
or just on a temporary basis. It's very easy for us to place people on our payroll because we process on a weekly basis. So everyone that is working through NICE personnel gets paid on a weekly basis every Friday.
What a great way to end your week.
Yeah,
The paycheck.
it's really good. And with it being free, 100% of your earnings goes to you. So
That's awesome.
of course, with the exception of state and federal taxes.
It's okay. They hit us all.
Oh,
So.
yeah. Yeah, darn taxes. And then we also do offer 3 healthcare plans as a temp. So if that's something that you really are in need of and something that's important to you, we're able to supply you with some resources to get enrolled in that.
That's so valuable. I
Yeah,
think that's really worth talking about for sure.
definitely. Definitely. I mean, there's a lot of different moving parts in a staffing agency.
Oh, yeah.
Especially being a small business, we all wear so many different hats.
This is true.
I mean, between Allison and I doing marketing as well as staffing and screening and everything, we also have our other teammates and our boss who wears so many different hats, just combined as a small business. We do always hire temporary positions, but I think the most common thing, which is honestly a really exciting opportunity, is an elect to hire.
Can you explain the difference between both for me?
Yes. So temporary could be long-term or short-term.
Okay.
If you're looking for somebody for a week or two, a couple months, maybe someone is on medical leave. That's where we really saw that throughout COVID. If
Yeah.
somebody was out because they may have gotten sick, or even if someone's out on maternity leave. That's where a temporary assignment really comes into play. Or if it's like a big project. The elect-to-hire is something that I think is a really good opportunity for clients and candidates because you're starting out in that temporary capacity, which really allows for a probationary period for you and the company you're working with.
Absolutely, yeah.
It really allows you to figure out if you see yourself there long term. And you know, if you don't, the benefits of working with a staffing agency is you let us know and we can look at something else for you.
Now, is there a situation where you wouldn't be able to work with me again? How would that change that?
Well, we prefer that people leave us notice,
Okay.
at least 5-day notice on an assignment to help the client get all their ducks in a row. But of course, if there's any kind of performance concerns, attendance issues. Those are things that would all kind of have to be evaluated for rehire. Honestly, kind of something standard, I feel like, for all types of jobs.
Sure, that makes sense to me.
Yeah. But during that elect to hire, after, at least with the niece personnel office, after about 90 days, it kind of opens up the door for permanent opportunity, which can really grant a lot of good things.
Definitely be kind of like the goal for a lot of people, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and that's not to say that on that 91st day, that transition is going to happen.
Right.
It really varies between what the clients are thinking of. Sometimes we have clients that wait until the fiscal year to bring someone on perm just for budgeting purposes. But all around, I think elect to hire is a great opportunity, and we're seeing a lot more of those, I think, wouldn't you say? A lot of our jobs are.
Definitely. I'd say maybe almost the majority, it feels like sometimes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, even if, we hire and they tell us, hey, like, I need this person temp, there have been circumstances where they end up going perm, which is cool.
Yeah, for everyone.
Yeah. The third option that we offer is a direct hire opportunity. These are kind of rare, but a very exciting opportunity.
Yes.
This kind of is where I guess I would say we're like the middleman in those situations. We really are just conducting the screenings, the initial screening, the pre-employment screening, and then once the position may be offered, you are off on your own. You go to that client office and you do your thing.
So then you're like a full-blown employee of the client.
Yeah, you would be on that client's payroll, eligible for whatever new hire benefits they have. We're really just the screening service at that point.
Yeah. The person that helps you get the foot in the door and get the ball rolling, really, and then sets you up, and then we're kind of out of the picture.
Making that connection.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool opportunity.
And also, I guess, shows why it's valuable to maybe have a relationship with a local recruiter if you're able to do so.
Definitely. Yes. If you're not in the local area, Google staffing agencies. Even if you have a friend or family that's in HR, we all have so many connections, not just in our own companies, but just working in HR, you work with so many other different people. So connections are very important to kind of get out there and find a good opportunity.
I think that's a great life lesson as a whole.
Yes,
Connections.
It really is. Yes.
They can get you very far.
I mean, mafia connections.
Yeah. All sorts
professional
of connections.
We can go.
This is very true.
We can go in a lot of directions with this. So I guess I kind of just wanted to touch a little bit on our office. Give our people a little bit of a shout out because
what makes us stand out, makes us unique.
We wouldn't be doing this podcast if it wasn't for the team we have here and all the support they have had throughout Allison and I's marketing journey. Fun fact, neither Allison or I went to school or have really done anything in marketing.
No, not really. I mean, in a past job, I had a little bit of experience, but it was very different than what we're doing here. So it's fun. Like you're saying, to put on a different hat and to do it because you care about where you work too. Like that, I don't know. It's a very unique opportunity, and I'm really glad it's one that we have.
Yeah, it's fun too, because I mean, being able to do marketing with your friend is like even funner.
I totally agree. Obviously, we giggle a lot. That's not scripted, so it's a good time.
We're actually friends outside of work.
But work brought us together.
Yes, niece personnel reunited us. So a really cool thing about our office, we're actually locally owned, and that brings a lot of positives to being a staffing agency. We're so flexible, and we can do the sky's the limit for helping clients, for helping candidates. Flexibility is something that a lot of corporate staffing agencies may not be able to offer.
Definitely.
They might have a little bit stricter guidelines, I guess. But I'm going to start at the top and kind of work my way down with how niece personnel became niece personnel.
Yeah, just a little history.
Yeah, so our president and owner, Lori Neese, she has been in the staffing agency for over 30 years. She started the business from the ground up, and she has been staffing in the local area since then. She got her certification over 30 years ago, and this August, Niece Personnel is actually about to celebrate 32 years.
That's so crazy.
I know.
What a long time.
We really wanted to have a really big 30th celebration, but it was the pandemic and kind of sucked because we couldn't do much. But we're learning to make up for it in coming years.
Absolutely. 32 is just as important.
It's a big milestone.
It is.
So after Lori, we have our longest running employee, Amy Barnes. She handles a lot of client coordination, and she has been staffing for Niece Personnel since she's been here for 15 years, almost 15 years, if not already. She's grants us a lot of really good local company knowledge, and
I think she paved the way for us with marketing, right? Didn't
Yes.
she used to be the marketing person?
She started us out with postcards.
Yes.
When postcards were a really popular thing. That's one thing I remember.
We still do them like for birthdays and things every once in a while. I like them. They're personal, I feel like.
Yeah, that's another benefit. We
Yeah.
like to keep it personal.
Definitely.
And then next we have Susan Smith, another staffing coordinator here. She has been in the HR industry for over 35 years. She actually came to us out of retirement. She got tired of retirement and loved us so much that she has been with Niece Personnel for almost 10 years, I think, now.
We're so thankful. We're
Yes.
keeping her.
Yeah.
She can't go anywhere.
Susan, you're not allowed to retire.
Sorry.
So that's us.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you guys are counting, you can realize we're a pretty small office.
We are small.
And, you know, like Alyssa says, on a local level, it has its benefits as well. We are a close-knit office. I mean, I think we all work well together, but because there's just so few of us, we have to work well together.
Yeah.
But it's not something that is hard. It comes easy.
No, it's not forced. I mean, I feel like we always say you spend most of your life with your work family,
Mm-hmm.
and we truly are a family here, and I'm really grateful for
too.
all of it. I mean, if I have a bad day, I can vent to you guys.
Absolutely.
We get through it together. We enjoy good days together. We're a family here, and I think that's something really important to take out of us as a staffing agency. We're here to open our arms to you and help you.
And on the business side too, I guess it helps you understand that while you're working with one person, there's really not anybody here who can't help you. We're all aware of what's going on and who's on assignment and kind of like maybe where they might be in their onboarding or wherever you are in the process, we're keeping each other kind of in the loop. So anybody is helpful here, but if you're working with somebody closely, we really encourage you to continue like building that relationship with your recruiter. It can last for years. I think Amy and Susan have people that they've been working with for like, I don't even know, like 10 plus
years.
Truly,
Yeah,
who have been on so many different assignments.
Yeah.
And that's great for us. That's great for you. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's a very exciting aspect of us.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go to these bigger corporations and really, I'm sure there are some recruiters there that will grant just as personable of an experience as us, but it's different when you're working with a larger company versus a small local company. I mean, as a small local company, there's a lot of obstacles that we have to, work over. We're competing with larger companies, but that is one of our biggest benefits. We will grant you all all the things that we can do to help you. We'll remember you.
Yep.
I mean, you come to us 2 years later, I guarantee somebody here is going to remember you if you worked through us, and, you know, you may have left a lasting impression. And if we don't, just give us a couple seconds to review our database, and I guarantee somebody here will remember you.
This is so true.
And that's a good feeling, going back to someplace and having somebody remember you.
Yeah,
It's nice.
it is.
Well, that is what a staffing agency is, who Needs Personnel is.
Yeah.
Just kind of want to touch on what jobs we have too. We are working with a lot of different industries in the local area, Pitt County or the surrounding area.
Can I stop you and ask you a question really quick?
Of course.
Are you allowed to tell our people who our clients are?
This is a good question. I'm glad you asked this. At the point of initial screening, we keep all of our clients confidential.
Yeah.
At that same time, when I share your resume, I do as much as I can to keep you confidential too.
Okay.
We like to keep all parties involved private and protect information for obvious reasons, legal reasons. And then once the clients express some interest in scheduling an interview, or, you know, they just want to hire you right out the gate,
Yeah.
which happens.
That's a great thing.
Then, of course, we will disclose the name of the company and any important information to help prepare you for your interview or your first day. I think we all do it here. We like to share the website,
Yep.
the names of the people you might be interviewing with, any kind of important information that can make you successful, because that's what we're here for. We want you to be successful.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that brings me to all the different industries we're working with, whether it be medical, accounting offices, manufacturing, general admin. We have a lot of different positions. If you're interested in learning about those positions, we update our website every day, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5.
Yep.
Always accepting new positions. So take a look at that. We will link our website in the description. Feel free to give us a call too if you have questions. We're always here.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, if it's on the website, it's available. If
Yeah.
it's no longer up there, that means we filled it. But sometimes you might see something pop up and then disappear and then maybe pop back up again. That could mean we had somebody that was sort of pending or maybe being considered for something. But yes, our website is your most valuable resource at any time to see what is currently available. So definitely check that out.
Yeah. Well, this was a fun get to know us episode.
I know. Now apply.
Yeah.
Let us know you better.
Send us your resume. But make sure it's updated, please.
Please.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in to another episode of JOB-Spiration.
UNCUT.